The complete guide on how to bring your business online. Selecting the proper social channels. Watch this video to find out which social media channels should deserve your attention and your business focus. Selecting the proper platforms for your company can set it apart from the competition and help increase sales organically and exponentially. Keep in mind, we now live in a world where the internet has asserted its preeminence definitively, and where convenience and public health concerns are making people choose to shop online and have most items delivered to them. Welcome back, folks, to another edition of Sweetie Kiwi. We are very happy to have you today. I hope you are doing fantastic, and if you are, go grab a cup of coffee or tea or vodka and let's roll. Now, let's have a conversation around how to select the proper social channels when it comes to bringing your business online. Number one, be where your customers are. People use a variety of social media, and they do so to share, discover, and connect with their community. Now, this is not the goal here is not just to go online and have an account. The goal is to socialize. That's why they're called social media. So as you market your business, you want to be where your customers are, reaching them on the platform they use most. When you select the right social media channels, you can focus your attention and, most importantly, resources where they will have the most impact. Especially if you're a small business and you have limited budget when it comes to advertising, you want to be very, very specific and strategic. If your customers are on 10 different platforms, you want to use the 2 platforms where the 80% of the customers hang out the most. Because the idea here is not to be everywhere all the time, is to be in 1 or 2 spots all the time, right? That would allow you to have a higher conversion rate. That would allow you to have a high ROI on your marketing efforts. That would allow you also to cultivate a better relationship with your customers in the long run, all of which will ultimately help boost sales. All right. Number 2, understand the current social media landscape. Now, the social media landscape is a dynamic one. It evolves all the time, constantly evolving. And I'm not even talking about the United States or Canada or the UK or any other country. No, we live in a global economy, or in a globalized economy rather. And you got to look at social media by country, but also at a global level. So the social media is made up of different platforms that enable people to connect and share in different apps. Besides the platform, you also have apps, right? Because we have shifted from a desktop world, if you will, to a mobile world, a mobile driven economy. So you have to include, whenever I think about social media, we have to always remember that it's not just Facebook and Pinterest and Instagram. Of course, those are already on mobile. They have mobile versions anyway, but you have apps like TikTok that are also social media. It's just that they are more prominently on mobile devices. So you want to think about that. People often engage with multiple social media platforms and they use them for different purposes, right? So for example, they may visit one platform to get the latest news, another to make professional connections, and another to discover what their favorite celebrities are up to. People aren't going to Facebook to make professional connections. Some are, but the majority would rather go to LinkedIn to make professional connections. Similarly, folks aren't going to YouTube to get the latest news. They might, but most people are going to Facebook feeds or other platforms to get the latest news. People go on YouTube predominantly, according to research, to be entertained and to watch how-to videos, to watch tutorials, to watch videos that will help them improve their lives, not necessarily to get the latest news. Of course, they might subscribe to some news media channels there, but it's not why they go to YouTube, right? So you want to understand the current social media landscape and to know where your customers are before selecting the proper social channels for your business. I'll be right back right after this. Don't go anywhere. Welcome back, folks, to another edition of Sweetie Kiwi. We are still talking here about how to select the proper social channels for your company, and let's have this conversation now. How do you determine the right channels for your business? Before I go a little further, if you like the clarity and the quality of the content so far, and you believe that this is exactly what you want to hear, subscribe to our channel. We drop similar shows every single day, rain or shine. Of course, we cover a wide variety of topics, but we also cover we cover topics relating to bringing your business online. So you will find our playlists very informative and very entertaining also, because we are also an infotainment show. So comment below, share, and like. How do you determine the right channels for your business? Create a goal. You want to select platforms that align with your goal for using social media. Now, the goal has to be SMART. We've talked about this before. SMART stands for specific, measurable, attainable, relevant, and time bound. All right. So you want to create a goal. You want to select the platforms that align with that goal. For example, if you want to grow awareness and reach new audiences, or you want to engage with customers, you want to boost sales, or you want to provide customer service and support. Oh, this could be a combination of all the above, right? So no matter what your specific goals is, you want to find the right channel to help you achieve it. So before you can determine the right channels, you got to have the goal, right? And then next, you determine your audience based on the goal and based on your company's target audience also. So in order to determine the right channel for your business, you want to define what type of people you want to reach. This is what we call target audience, right? Remember, people in your target audience will have certain characteristics in common. So there are a few ways that experts define target audience, but we're just going to keep things very simple here. You can use demographics to define your target audience. You can use common interest or similar behaviors. So demographics include things like age, gender, household income, occupation, education level, and location. When it comes to common interest, you can have interest in certain products, activities, or topics. For behaviors, the behavior can be whether the prospects or clients or audience members read the same publications or share similar habits. So remember that different channels at the end of the day may appeal to different types of audiences, right? So for instance, some platforms could attract more men than women, or an older or younger demographic. So the more you define your business's target audience, the more you're able to pay attention to which social media platforms they use. For example, if you want to target teenagers or young adults, folks in the 15 to 25 age brackets, you can choose a platform such as TikTok. We've done a whole series of shows around that app. You might want to double check that. And it has returned extraordinary ROIs, extraordinary ROI for the marketers, for advertisers. And it's a growing platform. Also, we've done a series about Facebook Marketplace and Facebook groups and pages, how to use them to increase your ROI in terms of your brand, products, or services. Okay, I'll be right back right after this. Don't go anywhere. Welcome back, folks, to another edition of Sweetie Kiwi. We are having a conversation again around how to bring your business online, and particularly how to select the proper social channels. Choose your format. So when you consider which social media channels you want to use for your business, it is very important to choose the type of content you will share. By format, I mean text, images, videos, or a combo. Now, you want to observe how people engage with content on each platform before you decide which ones makes the most sense for you, right? Let's say, for instance, you want to grow awareness and you have a business that sells artwork. You want a platform with a strong visual element. right? If you are trying to provide a service, you don't have to go to a platform, to a similar, such a platform, because people don't need to, unless you want to do some kind of infographic or or show some graphs. But yes, if you are into artsy stuff, you want to go with visual elements, a platform that has a strong visual element. Likewise, if you are in an industry, let's say you are a fitness coach and you are in an industry where people need to see things, then you go to YouTube, right? You do a short video, people can see it, they can see you working out, they can see your advice put into action. So there are different ways to connect. Let me give you a simple, let's just take the Facebook ecosystem, for example. Facebook has several social platforms, the most prominent of which are Facebook itself, Instagram, and WhatsApp. So Facebook, for example, helps people connect with each other and brands they care about, right? So you have free business tools on the platform, you have insights and global community. So if you are a small business, you can use Facebook to grow, because there are a lot of formats, or a lot of content formats on the platform. You have posts, you have stories, you can even create groups and host events to build your community. If we take the sister company of Facebook, that's Instagram, you have people there are willing, they're just keen on being inspired and discover things they care about, and including brands and businesses, right? And you can tell your brand story on Instagram through pictures and videos that you can edit with in-app tools, and through interactive stories that you can share in real time. Now let's move on to the third app in the Facebook ecosystem. That's WhatsApp, for instance. Now WhatsApp is a messaging system, right? It's a way to connect with a global audience. You can be in LA and text someone in Hanoi, right? So you can use WhatsApp to build a business presence, send people information, and respond to customers. On WhatsApp, you can send text-based messages with photos, videos, and GIFs. Now, there are other platforms, of course, not just Facebook, but you have, as I said, YouTube. If you have content with a strong video presence, then you want to use YouTube. And then you can, if you want to have a short format text content to spread the word about, you use Twitter. And then you have Pinterest. Now, number 6, hire an expert if necessary. I know I've been talking about, all of those stuff, how to select the proper social media for your business. But if you have no knack for all things digital, I would suggest hiring an expert. The couple of bucks, $20, $50, $100 or $200 that you will pay someone, an expert, will be way helpful to you, especially if you have no idea of what you're doing. And the expert can be anybody from a social media consultant to an SEO consultant. SEO stands for search engine optimization. You can also have a web designer who can help you also bring your business online and link the website to Facebook. You can get an online business development specialist. Yes, there is such a thing. People actually make money helping companies develop their businesses online. So you want to reach out to any of those 4 experts. Here's a recap of today's conversation. We're about to wrap up today's show. So to bring your business online and select the proper channels, there are 6 steps you need to follow. Be where your customers are. Understand the current social media landscape. Determine the right channels for your business. Determine your audience. Choose your formats, and hire an expert if necessary. And the key takeaways here are very clear. You want to think about where your audience is spending time on social media. And once you determine that, just choose the channel best suited to your business goal. All right? Thanks so much for listening to today's show. I will see you next time. But until then, remember, stay fantastic.